Welcome to the No Mongo Podcast, a weekly show about all things skateboarding. My name is Rick Beta. Happy Easter Sunday to you. You can follow along on social media at Rick Beta, RICKBATA, or you can also email the show, nomongopodcast@gmail.com. So speaking of Easter, you know, candy usually gets tossed around. And I was thinking, like, what's your favorite candy? Even if you don't eat candy anymore, what was your favorite candy? Like, and it's weird how, like, your favorite candy as a kid continues to grow on into adulthood, you know? Sometimes it changes, sometimes it doesn't. But my favorite candy of all time, which RIP, of course it's not around anymore, was peanut butter Twix. Loved it. Loved that stuff. Caramel Twix, nope. Any of the other Twix, you know, iterations, nope. It's all about the peanut butter Twix. But RIP, though. You might say, Rick, dude, Reese's are good. I'm like, yeah, but they don't have the crunch. Doesn't have the cookie. The crunch factor's not the same. Reese's are good. Reese's, it's good candy. But I think a close second for me, though, would be like Kit Kat, because I need that crunch for some reason. But anyway, that just popped in my head. What's your favorite candy? Or is your favorite, you know, like mine, favorite candy no longer around? Bring back peanut butter Twix, damn it. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. So anyway, I know this is a skateboarding podcast, as I said, but I just had to, you know, I go with what's on the top of my mind. It just pops in and just kind of vocalize, you know, whatever. But I wanted to start off with, 3 quick topics, actually, for this time around. It's a little different format. 3 quick topics to start off with. I'm starting out checking my notes here. So topic 1, Walker Ryan and his wife are going to have a little Walker soon. Yes, that's right. His wife is pregnant, and he's already said this, quote, "One thing for sure, this little dude's going to be a traveler." I mean, I believe it, and I don't think he was referring to basketball, you know? So congrats to the Ryan family. That's awesome. So topic 2, and here's something that dawned on me in the last year and a half, but I didn't know it'd become like a permanent thing, okay? So last year, no one in the high school that I work at used or was assigned a locker, you know? So I figured it was just like post-COVID, maybe that was related because of the pandemic, but this year it's the same. So I was like, damn, here we go. Another RIP to lockers. And I mention this because I know the skaters now because they have to carry their boards around. So I talk to them about their gear, what they're doing, where they're skating, you know, current videos. But they have to, you know, bring their board to class, you know, class to class, holding on to it at brunch and lunch. You know, they'll never have the convenience of, you know, storing their boards in their locker until after school, you know, or displaying like their pro skater like shrine for all to see. You know, you open the door of the locker and you got your, you know, favorite picks. You know, I had Roscott probably in the back, you know, Cab, Hosoi, Nodus. I had all those probably in my locker at one point. I rotated, you know, and of course maybe a Rat Bones, you know, logo that I drew in my hand. You know, they don't have that experience. They're not going to have that experience. And it appears that lockers are a thing of the past. And it's not just at the school I work at. I did a couple quick searches online. There's a lot of people that are writing about it. You know, it's an ongoing trend and it's slowly taking over. So RIP to school lockers, you know. You will never be forgotten. And thank you for the convenience. Storing my board until after school. They will never be forgotten. I mean, unless, of course, you know, since all the TV shows and movies continue to use them as if they are still a thing, which they're not. You know, unless they are in your city or your state or your kid's school. Let me know. And then topic 3 real quick at the top. Actually, let's see. Hold on a sec. I wasn't prepared. I got to put on my ESPN shirt and tie for this one. All right. Let me adjust. Colors don't match, but I don't care. Easter colors today. Yeah. So 37-year-old Ripper Bastian Salabonzi recently was welcomed to the Cariuma team. Yes. You heard that right. My initial thought, I like this move. Good for him. But most importantly, good for Cariuma, right? They picked up a solid dude. This brand needs it. You say what you want about the shoe, but me personally, they're just not for me. Not my style. It's just not my thing, right? But if that means we get to keep seeing more from Mr. Salabonzi, I am all for it. So, and it also looks like he's at least getting flowed by Bright Skateboards. And it's funny, in my notes, I want to read it as Bertie, but, I'm not dyslexic, but that word easily tricks my brain. But Bright Skateboards, it looks like he's getting some flow for them. So we'll see. But I did see a lot of them in that video with 3-minute and 50-second edit. And if you have any doubt that he has lost his touch at his age, peep that opening line. That's all I got to say. That's the reason why he's still getting boards and shoes. Let me get a quick sip of water before I dive on in here. So next up. Now, normally whenever I see a new documentary from, Santa Cruz Skateboards on their YouTube page, I click on that thumbnail faster than you can say Santa. I click on it so fast because I know, but actually this day, of course, this time around, it took me about 11 days to get to, but I know there's going to be some good quality stuff going on there, But their latest video, Avoiding the Dark Path Through Skateboarding and Family, the Emmanuel Guzman story, a.k.a. True Grit, well worth your time. That's all I got to say. I mean, first off, like I said, it's Santa Cruz, so it's going to be quality content. And two, it's Emmanuel Guzman, so I'm all about learning about his, upbringing, his journey to how he got to where he currently is at. Ron Whaley, one of skateboarding's tallest skaters, if not, actually, no, he is the tallest skater, right? I know I've talked about this before. Anyway, he got things started off with describing, quote, Santa Cruz style, and he almost, if you think about it, he didn't really have to describe it. I mean, we knew, who he would be talking about. It makes sense, the Santa Cruz style, but, he kind of had to lay it out for everyone. So it's a good little, description into that style. But you want to know what's not on that list of being Santa Cruz style? That's right, you're correct. Yep, you nailed it. Mongo pushing, which is why I had to do my first pause rewind moment at 26 seconds in. That's it. I was like, damn, look at how dangerous that is. Ruh-roh. That's the whole reason why I do this show. Mongo awareness. That was dangerously close from being a front wheels lift off to disaster moment. And I'm so glad they added that clip in there. And it was right at the beginning too. 22 seconds, right? No, 26 seconds, sorry. Damn, that was a Mongo push and a half. So you thought this documentary was going to be about 47 minutes and 26 seconds of his childhood and challenges he had. Nope. It's 47 minutes and 26 seconds of how he overcame the need to Mongo push. I kid you not. That was a gnarly Mongo push, though. I mean, I was so glad he was able to right the ship with that. I believe it saved his career, if you think about it. It did. His mom, Rhea, I think it's Rhea, right? She didn't really say her name, but she didn't have a problem with it, though. I mean, like many mothers, she loved her kids unconditionally. Mongo push or not, he was the, quote, checklist of sons. And her backstory was that she provided was very cool, and it actually helped solidify the story and the journey for the entire family. And the story of how she ended up in Santa Cruz, that was pretty cool too, because after living in Mexico for 21 years, that's a long time. Think about it. Have you lived in the same spot for 21 years? It's a long time. I mean, she was homeless with 3 kids, living in shelters, and eventually led to, that bright yellow Chevy milk van, and that's hardcore in itself, because that was way before vans are being converted into mobile homes like they are now, like have all these cool setups and solar lighting, and a shower and a sink and, bed. That's hardcore. But, taking it way before that, I mean, luckily for skateboarding, Emmanuel's parents, they got back to, eventually got back together, and they had him at home. At the commune, he was breached and came in at a whopping 9.5 pounds. Yeah, that's not a typo. That's what he came in at. I loved seeing how they weighed him too. I mean, you see that? You see that nice little sack of E-Man right there? I mean, all they were missing was the stork, to deliver him. That had to have been a pretty big stork too. 9.5 pounds. Damn, like a sack. But I did really like the look on his dad's face, though, too. That smile said it all, says it all. It was a great moment and so cool if you think about it, that they were actually able to capture that on film. you know? It was nice hearing and actually seeing and hearing his brother, friends, and all their trials and tribulations. Hearing how he had to make the difficult choice to stop hanging out with, the crew and going down that path of darkness that he saw coming, and leave that lifestyle behind. We've heard about it many, many times before. We all know how these stories end, right? And it did. Unfortunately, it took many of his friends' lives. Sometimes you just have to walk away from friends, from family, from difficult situations. It's really tough to do, but clearly he did the right thing. And look how he ended up. Look how he's still going. We got to see where Emmanuel did his first ollie, first stationary ollie, that is. His brother's like, yeah, now try rolling. Totally typical brother, our older brother. Yeah, bro. Always just not giving him the respect he deserves. I might get it. I'm an older brother too, so I can totally see myself doing that too. Yeah, try rolling now. Yeah, try pushing. But in fact, though, those apartments are still there. Emerald Bay Apartments, .net if you want to check it out online. I'm actually going to give you some insider info. If you're looking to make the move, looks like they offer affordable housing, which in the Santa Cruz area is huge, and fully remodeled 1, 2, and 3 bedroom upgraded apartments for rent. Yeah. So if you're looking to make the move out here and come check it out. Hell, I even posted a link on Twitter the other day for a skate apparel department manager position open right now at NHS, or at least it was a few days ago. I'm just trying to help out a fellow brother or sister, tell them I sent you. They'll be like, who? I have no idea who the hell that is. Rick who? Some Mongo something? What are you talking about? But for real though, I got you. I got you an apartment lead and a position lead. Just trying to help, It's what I do. And good luck on that position, Don't put me down as a reference though if I don't know you. You're gonna call me, yeah, Rick said to put you down as a reference. I don't know if I can. If I don't know you, I can't put in a good word for it. You know what I mean? Also, you might even run into E-Man trying to leave with a huge stack of boards on your way in. His way out, That was a funny ass, cute meet story. The Hollywood cute meet, as they say. Jeff's first meeting with Emmanuel was basically him, playing security guard. He's the CEO. He's the head honcho over there. He's like, hey, punk. Hey, kid, get back here with those boards. Jeff had to pull out his taser, tase him. Tase the bro. Don't tase me, bro. I'm Flo. Don't tase me, bro. Give me back my boards. And why didn't you take one of my reissues, dude? You got something against me? I'm Jeff Kendall. When you take boards, you take one of mine too. Now give them all back. All hell broke loose. Trucks are flying. Jeff got hit with a wheel stuck in his eye. White shirt's all dirty from all the wrestling with Mr. Guzman. All right, fine. 90% of that was made up. I got a little bit sidetracked, a little excited. But honestly, he got called out for taking boards without the proper NHS employee handbook rules, the protocols. Got to keep track of that inventory, It's the way it works, Emmanuel. It's the way it works. If your board, it says 7 of these boards, because they sell these online. If you only have 6 or 5 and you can't sell them, you oversell them, you got a pissed off customer. I wonder how long they have to count their stuff too. Is it quarterly, yearly? Does anyone know? Is it monthly? How does that work for skate brands? Maybe that's a whole topic in itself, Skateboarding inventories. Someone's going to steal that, watch and run with it. But there must be a pain in the ass, though, if you think about it. You're counting all the bolts, counting all the trucks, counting all the boards. Do you hire a team or do you do it internally? So now I'm just way overthinking it. But now, honestly, I'm looking at my palms, so I'm having flashbacks from when I used to work at Blockbuster and doing an inventory of all that stuff. The candy, the popcorn, the video games. Yeah, even when they had some VHS tapes, I was there that long ago. It was the end of VHS. We had to count all that. DVDs. Found all these ripped off DVDs. They were slicing open the sides and stealing all these DVDs. Anyway, side ran over. I'll check them. I see a lot of funny stuff here on per my notes. The story about his first international trip it kind of had me on the edge of my seat, but then it kind of had me, kind of laughing too. To survive that means that he can handle anything, and he has. Look at where he's at. Look at where he came from. Look at where he was at then, making that rookie mistake that obviously rookies make, to where he's at now. But then again, I don't know which one is worse. Forgetting his board on a trip, or forgetting to take out that empty, canister of weed. I mean, I'd say board. Forgetting your board is kind of hardcore because you skate. Because especially since now weed is pretty much legal everywhere, I mean, look at all that nonsense they had to do for a little can of residue. There wasn't a pound of weed on there. There wasn't a bag. A little bit of residue, and they cleaned that van out. Hours upon hours of stalling their trip for a little bit of residue. It's kind of silly if you think about it, right? I mean, I know weed's legal in California, but I don't partake with that stuff anymore. It just gives me anxiety, makes me fall asleep, and makes me lazy. But hey, if you're into that, you need a legal state. California's one. Oregon's. There's so many. But anyway, look at how they overreacted to that. For residue. That's how it used to be. So lame. But sales director Holly Anderson, had no problems putting him on blast. I mean, no way is he going to do those two things ever again. He never did, right? He learned his lesson. Because good thing he's always had a reputation of, righting his wrongs. It does say a lot about Holly, though, because Holly could have easily just said, yeah, I'm going to ask you to just kind of stay back in the States and maybe think about what you've done, young man. Yeah, this is tough love. You're going to have to find your own way back, home now, too, okay? Good luck with that. But this was such a great documentary. And the comments that his wife made about him and how he's, how he is at being a father, it's all you need to know about this dude. He's a real one. A helicopter dad to boot. I didn't know that. Spoiler alert. Oh, damn, I just ruined it for you. He's a helicopter dad. Go figure, right? One of the gnarliest dudes on a board. Helicopter dad. But I hear he's working on that. I hear he's getting better. No one's perfect. I mean, I guess can't make fun of him too much, right? But honestly, in real talk, I didn't know I was going to get all emotional during this one. I thought it was I knew it was going to be some heavy material, heavy topics, heavy conversations. Oh, gosh, just think about it now. Right after they brought in his son, Cairo, 42:30, if you want to go the exact timestamp. When they asked him, they asked about how his dad is and what his dad does. He said, quote, "He plays WrestleMania with me. I like to play with him." That right there got me. You're laughing. Don't laugh. How dare you? You haven't even seen it yet. Don't laugh. I had to start screaming into the kitchen, wondering who the hell is cutting onions at this time of the hour, this time of the day. Turns out no one was in there. My kids weren't in there. Wife wasn't there. My wife was working. Sniffle, sniffle. The hell? I mean, come on, team. A little warning next time. What do you think of your dad? And the first thing he says, he likes to play WrestleMania with me. I like to play with him. That's a win. Damn, most kids, if you're lucky, you get one-word answers. He's nice. He's okay. I like him. Straight up plays WrestleMania with him. Yes. And I know I'm getting softer and softer with age. Not like I was ever like hardcore. You know what I'm saying? I've talked about this before. And I definitely got much softer once I had my own kids about 11 years ago. But I just love that moment. Damn, that was good. But oddly enough, the sniffles didn't even end there. Nah, we grab some Kleenex. Yeah, note to self, note to people listening right now. If you haven't seen it, just in case. If you're not like, kind of a softie like me, you don't have to worry about it. You're like, damn, Rick, you're weak, dude. I was laughing through that whole thing. No crying. But sniffles didn't end there. Nope. I mean, they had a few minutes of him talking about, his current relationship with his dad and what he's learned now that he is a father. So it's all come full circle. the light bulb moment, all the stuff that he's gone through and how he's taking care and handling his situation and how his relationship with his kids. And how he had a recent rocky moment with his dad. Well, not recent, but, growing up, he had that rocky moment with his dad. Actually, no, was it recent? No, it had to have been years ago, but talking about his karate trophy and his ribs. And I immediately thought of like Daniel LaRusso screaming at Mr. Miyagi, "We did it! We did it! Yeah!" Holding the trophy up. Yeah! Mr. Miyagi just nods, kind of grins, nods his head. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm visualizing that right now. He had that moment. But he referred to it as a rocky moment. But we're on the same page, see? Got a lot in common, man. But this is powerful, powerful stuff from E-Man. And if, what I haven't talked about in these last few minutes doesn't inspire you to check out this documentary, I don't know what to say. I mean, at least go, okay, hear me out. At least go to the 45-minute mark where it's titled in the chapter, little timestamp, Advice from E-Man. At least check that out, okay? Promise me that. Like, say you're like, dude, I hate Santa Cruz skateboards. I hate this guy. I'm not anything. Just go to that point. 45 minutes in. Don't stop believing in yourself. That's what he said. And it's something we should all do, right? Don't stop it. Good advice. And as per little man Cairo's famous words, this documentary was pretty epic. I mean, to think this dude dedicated and committed his life to this brand. How many skaters have done that? How often does that happen? Not too many, right? Santa Cruz, what? They got Eric Dressen too, right? He's another one. He's another lifer. How many brands can allow this? Keep these guys on the payroll. No drama. Keeping the team together. I mean, not too often do the stars align like this. And like that for him. So, much respect, Emmanuel. As I said earlier, dude's a real one. If you don't like him after this, you go like this. What? You can't receive it. I'm holding my two fingers on the inside of my wrist here. Checking my palm. Checking my wrist. Yeah, I do have a pulse. I don't know what to say. Check it out, though. Trust me, 45 minutes, well worth of your time. And finally, Long Island native Chad Caruso, as of this recording, which is April 9th, is about 16 days into his Skate Across America mission. Why is he doing this, you may ask? Why? Per my research, which I haven't heard directly from him, he's raising money for addiction awareness, and that's all I needed to hear. He had me at raising money, ... Okay, I'm on board. Cool. Could I do that? Probably not. I'm talking about, I could help raise money, but could I skate across America? Hell no. I mean, think about it. It would be tough to get my son to soccer practice and all that stuff and put a huge burden on my wife to handle everything. But it got me seriously thinking, though, could I actually do that physically? I don't think I could. Actually, you know what? Let me rephrase that. I don't think I could do it at the rate that he wants to. I think he wants to do it as fast as possible. Like I said, I just found out about this. I'm going to go back to earlier episodes and maybe the initial one, find out what the full deal is, and maybe I'll come back and correct and supply more info if need be. But if I tried, it might take me the rest of my life. I'm talking one block at a time. I'd be like, I love you, to my wife and kids. Love you. Dad will be back. He'll be back one day, you guys. Maybe. Hopefully. Most likely not. I'd probably just move across the country. Stay in New York or Maine. But no, there's no way in hell that I could skate in an entire state in like 1 or even 2 days. I don't even know what's the longest I've skated. Like, I don't think it. Have I skated a mile in one day? I don't know. I guess if I skated long, equivalent to it, but not in a row, like straight off, like straight mile, pushing, switching. That's so insane. And think about how much uphill he has to battle. I mean, that's the key. The uphill part of it, that sucks. Pushing uphill is not fun at all. Like, there's this, it's almost pointless. You can't do it easily, especially when you're in the heat. But I just found out about this. So, I watched some of his latest episode, and and I'll put the link in the notes below so you can check it out too. But sure enough, about 5 minutes in, there's a couple that happen to be going to Georgia that saw him and they know of his content. And the dad offered him up like some water, which is really cool. He's like, "You want cold water? I got warm water. I got snacks over here." And he also offered the opportunity to skate with him as well. And of course, he's like, "Yeah, come on, let's go. Let's do this." Chad accepted, of course. What a moment. However, I didn't know what I or we would be witnessing in the next few moments would be the most epic Mongo pushing ever. No joke. I almost canceled this podcast after seeing it. It's about 5 minutes in. I mean, this man has me questioning my stance on Mongo pushing, like, overall, like, straight fact. For one, the dude was in complete control. Everything that I always say that's going to happen, he was in complete control. He rode on the middle of the road, on the paint, the smooth part. It was proper. MPOTY. Mpoti. Right there. For real though, I'm surprised I didn't jump ship on this show. I mean, for no joke. Welcome to the Pro Mongo Podcast. My name is Rick Beta. I've seen the light. I'm no longer anti-Mongo. Would I have to change my voice though? It'd be like more upbeat pitched. I don't know. But anyway, shout out to Chad Caruso though. I'm now following along. No, I'm probably not going to talk about it every week, but if any major milestone updates, like I have to find out, for one, how long is this going to take? Is he going to be done by next week's episode? And I say, damn, he made it. Or is he like on a 3, 4, 5 week mission? I don't know. How long does it take to do this? All I know is I couldn't pull off as quickly as he's doing it. I mean, my legs get stiff, after skating an hour at the skate park and then trying to skate to the parking lot. And that's what, maybe a mile? I don't know. But much respect, dude. And here's to some more like downhill moments for you soon. I'm going to close my eyes right now. I'm going to envision some downhill coming your way very, very soon. It's coming. What goes up must come down, right? He's already had these uphills and flats. He was on the flats when I checked. I think he was headed towards New Mexico. Next, he'll be doing some like crazy wicked power slides, kind of the ones where, what do they call them? Where they slide and they're, turning around the corner. They're sliding backwards. He's got those thick gloves on, hands to the ground, like kind of like Stacy Peralta used to do, like, and he spins around. I want to see some of that from Chad. Got this, dude. But that's all I've got for this week. I appreciate you tuning in. Let's do it next week, okay? But actually, no, I actually have one final question. I need you to lean in. Come in more. Put down your, whatever you're doing right now. Come in closer. Okay. Has anyone seen Sammy Baca, like, around? I miss seeing him on Four Wheels. If anyone knows him or knows of his location, just let him know. We're thinking of him. I'm thinking of him. Thanks.